This is John here to bring you the latest on the severe weather that is occurring right now in the northern plains. Right now, we have a severe thunderstorm watch that is posted for northern Nebraska, much of southern and western South Dakota, three counties in far eastern Wyoming, and one county in Montana until 10 o'clock Mountain. A bow segment has formed and is pressing to the east at about 40 miles an hour. There have been off and on tornado warnings. And then there's this one just fired up here in northern Nebraska. We'll take a look at that in a second. But here is let's try. Let's try this. We're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. This is your bow segment heading eastbound. Sorry about my TV. It goes through this from time to time. So, okay. So, this black line is your line segment. I hate when it does that. Let's try that again. Yep. There we go. And everything is moving to the east at 40 miles an hour. So for a closer look, Rapid City, if you are in Rapid City, this is coming at you pretty quick. This segment of the line has been warned for tornadoes and damaging winds. So if you are in Rapid City, I would suggest going to a safe place as this approaches. There's no tornado warning, but you could have damaging straight line winds up to 70 miles an hour, maybe more. Further down the line, you have possibilities of larger than 2 inches in diameter of hail falling out of these storms as well. So we're going to basically do a reset. So basically anywhere from, let's see, we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this. So anywhere from, we'll say here, down to just west of Rapid City, down the Hot Springs, and down this way, and points east. Be ready for this line as it comes in at 40 miles an hour. It will more than likely be accompanied with 70-mile-an-hour winds. there could be, especially I would say up here with the coma head feature that's coming into Rapid City right now. Those winds might get up to near 80 miles an hour. When this severe thunderstorm watch was posted, it was being warned for 80-mile-an-hour winds and hailstones up to 2.5 inches in diameter. So, if you are in Rapid City right now, it's 3:45 Mountain. I would treat this as a tornado warning and go to a safe place because this is coming in fast and it's coming in hard. Nobody should be traveling along Interstate 90 at this point, heading westbound. If you're heading eastbound, you probably could outrun this to the east. But if you're coming west, don't even try that. You will get blasted with due westerly winds, and they will be gusting upwards of 70, 75, or even 80 miles an hour as this bow segment here, or this coma head, comes through Rapid City. So we're going to stay with this. Now they are projecting 3-inch diameter hail. With this storm right here, approaching Highway 79 and the town of Hermosa. So if you're in town of Hermosa and along Highway 79, be prepared for some real destructive hail to come out of this part of the line of storms heading right through your area. Again, if you are in Rapid City, be prepared for this coma head feature to come over top of you with winds that could occasionally gust to near 80 miles an hour. There has not been formal reports of such wind. The highest I've seen has been 70, but this line means business as this rapidly comes through the southwestern part of South Dakota and the northern part of Nebraska right now. Let's see. Let me stop this. Okay. It's getting awfully close to Rapid City. I mean, it's within minutes. It's over Turkey Hill Mountain. So, Interstate 90, if you're coming in to Rapid City from the west, you probably see some dark, ominous skies just to your southwest. And that is what is coming towards Rapid City right now. So to reiterate, this is they call it a level 2 severe thunderstorm warning But let me see what we got here, and a tornado possible tag with it. So there's another storm in Minnesota that has a tornado possible tag with it. I will get to that in a moment. Um, the storm that's down there in northern Nebraska is being warned for hail up to 1.75 inches in diameter. So this is a big severe thunderstorm warning that's coming into a populated city, Rapid City, as we speak. Um, Nobody should be traveling west on Interstate 90 until this storm passes. Nobody should be driving along Highway 44 until this storm passes. Nobody should be traveling along Highway 79 until this storm passes. Nobody should be traveling along US 16 until this storm passes. Parts of 16 are already experiencing some gusty winds and some hail as we speak, and it's further south and it's to the south of Rapid City. Nobody should be traveling along truck US 16 until this storm passes. Nobody should be driving along Spur Interstate 90 until this storm passes. Um, this is a big deal. Um, this area is under an enhanced risk of severe weather for today. And this has developed into a comma head feature and a squall line that's falling to the south. There may be some rotation here with this part of the line here, and it's showing some rotation. So we got to keep an eye on that. But also behind it is dropping upwards of 4-inch diameter hail. I mean, that's huge. That is some huge gorilla hail falling right now. Just south of Hermosa. It might be falling in Hermosa right now. Um, but when I turned on velocity, okay, so it was a brief kind of spin. It's still it's. I'll show you where I'm looking. It's right here. Um, so it's starting to weaken. It was stronger just a couple minutes ago, but yeah, anywhere along this line, you could have quick spin ups of tornadoes. This line is coming into Rapid City as we speak right now. So anybody in Rapid City, hunker down. It's going to be a bumpy ride for the next few minutes. And this hook is starting to dissipate a little bit, but you got some gorilla hail inside of this storm. So if you don't get hit by possibly a tornado, you will get hit with very strong winds and gorilla hail that could do some major damage to roofs cars, you name it. So nobody should be traveling along State Route 40, period, until this line of storms pass. You should already be off of Highway 79, but if you're hearing me at the last second, um, do not travel south or north on Highway 79 through Hermosa, period, until this storm passes. Um, this is a severe thunderstorm squall line that's coming through. I'm watching this area here for possible rotation. And it could have some rotation with it, but not definitive. But it has some strong winds with it. I mean, strong. On the front edge of this, whoa, that was a 111 mile an hour reading. A 94 mile an hour reading right there. So there is some severe winds going on with this storm right now. And I believe that is right on the front. Yep, it is right on the front of this line as it comes in. Rapid City, this is your last warning to be in a sturdy building. Preferably treat this as a tornado warning and go into an interior room on the lowest floor away from windows. No mobile homes, no cars. Nobody should be traveling west on Interstate 90, period, until this storm passes. It's right over top of Rapid City right now. Nobody should be on US 16. Nobody should be on Highway 79 or Highway 44 or US 16 until this storm passes. And that's period. There should be nothing going on right now in Rapid City. They have posted a tornado warning for Custer County, South Dakota, which is right where we were discussing where the rotation was. They went ahead and pulled the trigger for it. Doesn't seem definitive. I mean, there's strong winds literally in front of it. Gosh, that could be down, but I can't tell. This is radar indicated. Let me see what the text says. Northeastern Custer County until 430 Mountain, 354 Mountain. Located 5 miles southeast of Hermosa. We're 19 miles south of Rapid City, moving east at 15. Okay, this will remain over rural parts of the county. But that is a big mess. Yeah, the velocities are like all over the place with this. That goes for 32 minutes, and this thing is going to be out in no time. So basically, it's this part right here. So let's go to velocity. Okay, there is a spec. There is that spec of rotation. Let me double check with where the reflectivity is. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. But outside of that, there is gigantic hail falling out of this storm. They say 1 inch in diameter. I think it's more like 2.5. Um, there is going to be uh, strong straight line winds in front of this line segment as it goes through. Um, let me go take a look at Rapid City. Okay, so Rapid City, you got some rotation on the back side of this, which is right about here. And if it's moving east, that'll put it right over top of you. So if you are in Rapid City, South Dakota, you should be in a safe place right now. You should have been, as this comma head feature went through your area. There is some rotation behind this that's heading to the northeast. It is right now to the northwest of Rapid City. You have this big squall line all the way down here into this tornado warning where I gotta look at it from reflectivity. So it's out here. I mean, there's nothing much to it now. Um, you know, somewhere in here. Let me take a look at CC. Um, yeah, that's nothing. There's nothing there. This is all dry air and up in here. Um, well, there is a spec. Can't confirm it though. Can't confirm it. So this is a tornado warning for Custer County in South Dakota for the next 28 minutes. So that'll put it at 4:30 Mountain. They're still saying 1 inch diameter hail, but I find that hard to believe because that's saying 3 inches. So it could be a lot higher than what is on there right now. And especially this might be the wind part of the storm. Um, that could be the literally the leading edge of the winds as it's coming in this way at 15 miles an hour. Um, this is the hook that we've been watching. Um, There's nothing to it really, but look at this light blue, dark blue, purple, all in here. That's indicative of three-inch plus diameter hail. Okay? So that can do a lot of damage outside of a tornado chance. So if so anybody that lives along looks like County Route 152, nobody should be on County Route 152, Baker Road, Spring Creek Cutoff until this storm passes. Nobody should be on Highway 40 until this storm passes because you're getting a lot of hail on Highway 40 right now. Let me go back up to Rapid City. So this is the weaker part of the storm here, but with the coma head, feature right here. So this is your coma head. So that's your coma head. It went right through Rapid City. And then down here is where your tornado warning is. It's not definitive, but this is where the hook is. This in here is very large hail. Okay? I mean very large hail. Upward of more than 2 inches in diameter. Yeah, that's very large. Okay, now I got a better look. So now this is where so now this is, finally got a better look at it. So basically it's right here is the rotation. Let's go to CC. Yeah, there's nothing to that. So you basically what you had was a big gust front that just charged through this area. Okay. Now it's lingering back some spin. This is dry air. So I had to wait for this to clear so I can see it more pronouncedly here. So there's nothing definitive on the ground. But if you are in this polygon, you should be in a safe place, lowest floor, and interior room, away from windows. No mobile homes, no cars. Nobody should be on Highway 40, period, until this storm passes. Nobody should be on County Route 152 until this storm passes. At the very least, you'll have 70-mile-an-hour winds, but you will have some very large hail to come with that. So this is primarily in the rural parts of Custer County. Highway 40, nobody should be on Highway 40, period. Nobody should be on County Route 152, period, until this storm has left the building. Um, I do mean left the building. Um, we got, let me see. That's dry air. So, okay, so I'm going to do a reset real quick. So, this is what's going on. There is a coma head MCS that just went through Rapid City. Okay, this goes down all the way down here, all the way down into northern Nebraska. I am waiting on some reports of wind or hail with that. We currently have a tornado warning, which at this time has looks like it has left the polygon. Let me zoom into that. Yeah, it seems like, or it could be back here. Let me go to velocity. Yeah, that could be back building a little bit. So we are looking maybe right here. Why in the world would you do that? This area right here. Um, take a look at CC. That could be something, but I can't confirm it. So, um, so tornado warning continues for Custer County in South Dakota until 4:30 Mountain. It'll probably be expired, and just as I said, that warning has been discontinued. So there is nothing there. So we will go back to reflectivity and show you that this area here is large hail. It looks like that we got dry air punching from the back and is creating a bow right here. What that's going to do is that's going to increase the winds very high because you got dry air punching in from the backside. It's punching forward, and then you got this piece back here, and then goes up like this. So we got to watch for rotation back here in the next comma head feature that is developing. And then that goes all the way down. Here is your outflow boundary. Oh. So let's draw that again. Here is your outflow boundary. That's probably going to be 70 plus mile an hour winds in front of this hail core. You got winds coming in from the back, which is bowing this out. I mean, there are kinks in the line, so any kink could form a tornado within a moment's notice. There might be a hook developing here. We'll take a look at that. Yeah, that might be a developing hook there. So it was basically right in here. Um, if you have been, if you are just joining us, we are in the middle of covering a powerful bow segment that is punching through northern Nebraska and southwestern South Dakota. It has recently went through Rapid City. I am waiting on reports on that. Um, we had on and off tornado warnings along this line. Um, so they issued another severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag with this. So the National Weather Service in Rapid City has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for South Central Meade County and West Central South Dakota, Eastern Custer County in southwestern South Dakota, Western Oglala, Lakota County in southwestern South Dakota, Eastern Fall River County in southwestern South Dakota, and southeastern Pennington County in west central South Dakota until 5 Mountain. Severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 4 miles northeast of Rapid City to 5 miles west of Folsom to 5 miles south of Ulrich's, I guess, moving east at 30. They're calling for 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail. So the severe thunderstorms will be near Rapid Valley, Ellsworth Air Force Base, Box Elder, Prairie Winds Casino, Red Shirt, Caputa, Folsom, Farmingdale, Hay Canyon, Butte, and Slim Butte around 410, New Underwood around 415, and Drywood Housing and Viewfield at around 420, and Lowman, South Lakeside, and Curlew Lake around 425. This includes Interstate 90 between mile markers 53 and 100. And it does say be alert for a possible tornado because tornado can pop up at any time along this line of storms. If I was in, I would say this. If you are in this line segment or this outflow boundary that has formed out in front of this segment with drier air pack and bowing this out, okay, with a kink and, going up the line, I would treat this as a tornado warning and go to a safe place. Hall closet bathroom on the lowest floor away from windows. This is going to come in fast and hard. Um, the hail size has dropped off dramatically, so it's probably at or a little over an inch in diameter at this point. Um, but yeah, that's this is a very potent line, and we gotta watch out for this bottom part here, because we could have supercells that develop on the bottom part of this line that could easily rotate and produce tornadoes. So we gotta keep an eye on that. Doesn't look definitive as of right now, but that is something we need to keep an eye on. Um, I haven't talked much about Minnesota, but they also have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect. Um, and includes one county in North Dakota. This is in effect till 8 Central. Yeah, 8 Central. Right now, there's currently a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Meeker County in central Minnesota, southeastern Cadioe County in central Minnesota, and northeastern Renville County in central Minnesota until 5:45 Central. At 4:59 Central, a severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles southeast of Princeburg, or 18 miles south of Wilmar, moving east at 25. 60-mile-an-hour winds and half-dollar size hail. Other locations include Olivia, Bird Island, Cosmos, Danube, Lake Lillian, Blomsket, Siva, and Thorpe. This includes US 212 between mile markers 68 and 84, and US Highway 71 between mile markers 97 and 119. So if you're in that thunderstorm warning, be in a safe place. Yes. Oh, here's it. This storm down here in northern Nebraska is being warned for lime-sized hail, 2 inches in diameter. That could cause considerable damage. Wind gusts are less than 50 miles an hour with that. So let's see here. So we got this coma head and a basically a wall wind going from just east of Box Elder down. This also developed a outflow boundary in front of it, but directly in front of the heavy rain would be the hail and the high winds. And now it is surged out this far now from the storm. So anybody, I would say in this bowed out segment, because you got dry air that's punching in from the back side of this, that is literally bowing this out here. Okay, needs to be in a safe place, because that could have winds upwards of 70 plus miles an hour if you fall inside of that bow segment heading to the east. Luckily, it's in a rural area. There ain't many things to be hit, but again, people do live out there. So if you are out there, please keep in mind that you have a bow segment heading your way. Um, so if you're just joining us, we just had a bow segment that just went through Rapid City about 25 minutes ago. Um, haven't heard of any damage as of yet. There were here's a report of a 50-mile-an-hour wind gust 5 miles northwest of Fairburn, South Dakota, in Custer County. That's where it originated. Cross Highway 79, kept on going. Let me clear that out. Kept on going, and now is crossing Highway 40 as we speak. This is the area I'm concerned about right here. The reason why is because you have dry air that's coming in from the back and is pushing this section out and has created an outflow boundary that has since followed that kind of wind puncture in the line of storms. So with that, you could have winds upwards of 70, upwards to 80 miles an hour in that part of the bow line that is coming through as we speak. Let's see. So this comma head feature is approaching box elder now, which is this feature up in here, and continuing to move to the north and east. The Montana county that was under the severe thunderstorm watch has been allowed to be canceled. So, good news on that. But you still have this big outflow boundary in front of the main boundary here with a bow segment embedded in the line itself that could be causing some higher gustier winds upwards of 70 to possibly 80 miles an hour right now. Clear out. Okay. So I got that cleared out. So this is your outflow boundary. Okay. This is what I'm watching. I'm watching the wind. as you can see, the rainfall kind of clear out in the back, but push forward in the front. So you got stronger winds punching through the backside of this storm and causing it to bow out like that. We have a tornado warning. This tornado warning is for Oglala, Lakota County, South Dakota, which is right here. Is about to cross into an Indian reservation area. Moving east at 29. Basically moving east at 30. We'll call it 30. See what the text is with this. 4 mile west of Drywood Housing, or 25 miles northwest of Pine Ridge, moving northeast at 20. So this is moving northeast at 20. Is radar indicated. So this is your storm, probably right here, the bowed out segment. Let me check velocity. No, it's up here. So your tornado warning is for this area right here. See if there's any debris being lofted with that. It's too garbled up with the scatter spikes. So there's a tornado warning for, oh God, we're going to say Lakota County, because I can't pronounce that first name to save my life, and I'm not going to keep trying it. Until 5 central, or 5 mountain. I get my time, refresh my skills with that. So the severe thunderstorm warning, that is in Holt County, Nebraska, is producing hail up to 2.5 inches in diameter. So if you are in that warning, I would suggest treating it as a tornado warning and go to the lowest floor in an interior room, away from windows, no mobile homes, no cars. So that is that warning. And then you got this tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning for Custer, Lakota, Pennington, Meade, and Fall River counties in South Dakota. And then you have a severe thunderstorm warning in Kansas for Burton County. The risk is lower down there, even though it's there. And then you have your other severe thunderstorm warning in Renville, Meeker, and Cuyahoga counties in Minnesota. So you're up to date with the warnings. We will stay with this warning as it is a tornado warning, and that is messy. So I don't know. So whatever this Highway 41 is, The line, or at least the severe part of the storm, is now east of that highway. So if you need to travel along, looks like Indian Reservation Route 41, you got an all clear for that. It is raining cats and dogs and probably hailing, but um, as far as the tornadic part of the storm, it is to your east, so you will not be affected by a tornado, but you will be affected by hail and damaging winds. So I travel is really not advised on Indian Reservation Route 41 right now until this line completely is gone. Seems like there's a couple of areas of rotation, one down here and then one up here. They're being warned. The southern one's being warned is so messy. Um, Let me look at it on the reflectivity side. It's down here. So this is your. So they're warning for this. Down here by Indian Reservation Route 16. Now I got something to go by. Now it's more straight. Eh, eh. I mean, this northern edge has strong winds with it. Let me take a measure of that. Um, Take a measure of that. 35, 40, about 40 miles an hour. Yeah, it looks like 40 miles an hour there. About 40 miles an hour there. Um, so let's try. Yeah, there's nothing definitive. So this is a tornado warning for. What is that county again? Lakota County, South Dakota, until 5 Mountain. This is radar indicated, and it's tough to even see with the naked eye. This is traveling through an Indian reservation right now. So nobody should be driving along Indian Reservation Route 16 until this storm passes. Nobody should be. Yeah, that's it. Just Indian Reservation Highway 16 until this storm passes. Anybody that's living out here in the Indian reservation, need to take shelter in a ditch, covering your head. If you don't have a suitable, substantial shelter. Otherwise, lowest floor in an interior room away from windows. No mobile homes, no cars. Nobody should be traveling along Indian Reservation Route 16 until this storm passes. Yeah, so that's this area here. So we will keep an eye on this while this warning is in effect. This is what's going to be tonight. Basically, spin ups in front of a squall line like this with embedded bows in the line with kinks in the line. So this is going to be pretty much a linear event. Um, so with embedded tornadoes on the leading edge of the line with with embedded bow segments or bowing segments and comma head features. So that is what it looks like that this storm mode is going to be for this evening. Um, we currently have a tornado warning for Lakota County in South Dakota until 5 Mountain, or 5 Mountain. Let me just double check the time on that. I think it's 5 Mountain. Yeah, 5 Mountain. Oglala. Oglala, Lakota. That's the county that's under a tornado warning. Basically, an Indian reservation. It is still radar indicated. Um, Again, nobody should be traveling along Indian Reservation Route 16 until this storm passes, which is this road down here. It is now, looks like it is now east of that road now. Just give me 5 more minutes with that, and I could give you an all clear for Indian Reservation Route 16. This is heading in the general direction of Indian Reservation Route 33. Okay, they call it Bureau of Indian Affairs Highway. Okay, so Bureau of Indian Affairs Highway 16. Stay sheltered for the next 5 minutes, and I will give you an all clear. This is heading towards Bureau of Indian Affairs Highway 33 in the next 25 minutes. They have updated the warning. It is still radar indicated. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles east of Drywood Housing or 22 miles north of Pine Ridge, moving east at 30. And this will remain over mainly rural areas of central Oglala, Lakota County. So that is the county that's under this warning. It looks like that this has not tightened up, but came together finally. So that'll be your rotation. So for people that live along or around or near Bureau of Indian Affairs Highway 16, you have an all clear. It's probably still raining, thunder, lightning, the whole kitchen sink. But as far as the tornado threat, you are clear from that. People that live up along Bureau of Indian Affairs Highway 33 need to keep an eye on this as this is heading towards your direction, and a warning may be forthcoming for that area. Let's check CC. Wow. Um, can't say that's definitive, and I don't think. No, I can't. It's not definitive, so I can't call it. Um, but tornado warning continues for Lakota County in South Dakota until 5 Mountain. I'm probably going to be on for another, for those people that are just tuning in, um, watching a Boeing segment that is cutting through South Dakota right now and northern Nebraska. It has produced tornado warnings up and down each kinked piece of storm. Um, it has came through right through downtown Rapid City. Earlier. Now it's in a Indian reservation area. Tornado warning continues for Oglala, Lakota County in South Dakota until 5 Mountain. Just a heads up for everybody that's tuning in. I'm only going to be online for another 14 minutes because I have work in the morning and I got to be in bed. So I figure I'd cover a little bit of this today, and it turned out to be more of a linear event than I thought of. Um, I was thinking more of a discrete supercell kind of deal. It turned into a big line segment instead, charging east through South Dakota. I will tell you this: if you're heading west on Interstate 90, period, it don't matter just entering South Carolina or not. You will get blasted with high winds, heavy rain, large hail, no doubt. Um, like I said, this came through Rapid City. Um, about oh, had to be about 45 minutes ago. I haven't heard any reports. I have not seen any reports of damage yet, but I'm sure that is to come. Um, so it's going through the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation right now. Still with a tornado warning for Oglala, Lakota County in South Dakota until 5 Mountain. This is the Boeing segment. This is the Boeing segment I've been watching the whole time. It's down here. You see the bulge out here, and then it comes into a kink along the line. I mean, there's many kinks along this line. I'm trying to draw them out as much as I can. That's a kink. And then that goes all the way up and turns into a comma head up top there. A outflow boundary has developed in front of this, which could have its own strong winds in its own right before the actual line reaches your area. So you will probably get a 1-2 punch of strong gusty winds. First with the outflow boundary, and then with the actual line itself. So we still have this tornado warning for Oglala, Lakota County here in South Dakota until 5 Mountain, which is another 10 minutes. But I think that part of the storm is leaving the polygon. Is over here. It's about to leave the polygon. So actually there's two areas. There's this one up here and then this one down here. But nothing is tight, nothing is definitive. But we will check CC just for giggles. And that's all dry air. So tornado warning continues for another 9 minutes for Oglala, Lakota County in South Dakota. That is fully out of the area of the polygon. So I wonder what they're going to do now. Just for everybody to know, if there's no tornado warnings, if this is allowed to expire, I will be ending the stream. And I hope everyone has a safe night, especially in South Dakota and in Minnesota tonight. Large hail up to 2.5 inches in diameter are possible, maybe even larger than that, and winds up to 80 miles an hour are possible, along with a couple tornadoes. Unfortunately, I wish I could do this full time, but I have a regular job to do. So, but I'm giving you a full heads warning now. If you are in a tornado warning, make sure you go to the lowest floor into your room, away from windows, no mobile homes, no cars. and nobody should be traveling along any highway that's inside that polygon until that storm passes. Um, there are probably going to be multiple instances of these tonight. It is not going to be one straight up and down line and charge east. There are going to be and kinks in the line. There are going to be bows in the line. There's going to be comma heads. We just had a comma head go right through Rapid City earlier, about an hour ago. So be wary of, if you don't have a radar app, I suggest getting one. Okay. I use Radar Omega. Give a shout out to Radar Omega. It's the best one. It's the one I use when I do these live coverage. So I would suggest doing that. And if you are under a tornado warning, you can look at the radar and see where you are in relation to the storm. If you're in the Boeing segment of it, or you're in basically these hooks are going to be in the front of these lines. So if you see kind of like a mini hook starting to form, and you probably have a chance of a tornado dropping out of that, and basically it's going to rain cats and dogs tonight. It's going to hail cats and dogs tonight. Like I said, this particular severe thunderstorm watch, that is for South Dakota and northern Nebraska, is in effect till 10 Mountain. I had the hiccups all of a sudden. So, it is 6:56, and they have not canceled warning yet, even though the storm has left the polygon. I'm trying to see why. Let's go to velocity. Why has this not? They're probably watching this back side here. But I'm more concerned about the front side. Now you got upwards of 2-inch diameter hail falling out of this storm now. Probably have, this is going to be a game of whack-a-mole tonight with these spin-ups along the line. They could drop, they could not, or they will not. It's going to be, if it strengthens hard enough, to drop one. Right now, they're saying 1 or 2. Okay, so now the backside starting to clear the polygon. So at this point, I would give an all clear to Bureau of Indian Affairs Highway 16. You can travel along that highway now. If you are on Bureau of Indian Affairs Highway 33 or Bureau of Indian Affairs Highway 14, be in a safe place now. And the only reason why I'm telling you that now is because there is large hail falling out of this storm. Not from rotation, this is hail falling. And that could hurt people out here. So, Bureau of Indian Affairs Highway 33 and 14 and also 27. Nobody should be traveling along those roads until this line passes. And tornado warning has been allowed to expire and has not continued on. So with that, I'm going to end tonight's stream. I'm sure there's probably other people that are covering this as well. You can go check their live streams out. Thank you all who came on to watch this evening, and I will talk to you again soon.